Welcome, travelers, to the Rule of Cool podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast that's occasionally inappropriate and frequently distracted. In the last episode, our adventurer spent some time relaxing at the Zara estate. While Al helps Vaan cure whatever magical effect is plaguing him, Chadwick takes a much-needed nap. Rhys stops everyone to show how impressive he is at swimming, and Paelias is acquitted of all murder charges. Without any further ado, I now present the Rule of Cool.
Hey y'all, this is the Rule of Cool, a D&D 5e actual play adventure. I am Sarah, you're at Sarah Gorman Sama on Twitter, DM. And tonight the boys are going to introduce themselves by saying, on time is, how many seconds behind is your clock? Mine's 3.4 seconds.
Hey, this is Alex. I play Rhys the Lizardfolk Barbarian, and my clock is 3.8 seconds ahead. What the fuck? Am I in the future?
But no, have you actually sat there and watched your clock change exactly that many seconds ahead or behind of time is? Because I have.
Hi, my name is Jason. I play Vaan, the half-elf wild mage sorcerer, and my clock is 2.3 seconds ahead, so yeah.
Why are we ahead?
I don't know.
Hey, y'all.
It requires no thought. This icebreaker, no thought.
Did you know it's also International Mountain Day?
Wait, what? Where did you say that?
No, it says it on there.
Thank you, mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey, y'all. It's your boy Pepe. I pay Paelias Zara, the High Elf Rogue, and my time is 0.3 seconds ahead.
What is your human name?
Oh, yeah, I'm Jordan. Hey, y'all.
A little too in character. Wait, am I the only one who's behind?
Well, let's find out.
Hi, this is Adam. I play Chadwick, the Cleric of Light, and I am 1.2 seconds ahead.
Ooh, closest to the pin challenge.
That'd be Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan, you were closer?
Yeah, 0.3.
Oh, damn.
Although, if we're saying being ahead is a positive number and being behind is a negative number, and we're playing Price is Right rules, where you lose if you go over, technically a negative number would be under.
Hang on, guys. I'm going to adjust my BIOS, and I'll be right back.
Okay, y'all ready to get back into it?
Yeah.
I don't know
Sure.
what happened last episode.
Last we left off, Vaan, you spent some quality time with Al, and he plucked that wild magic effect right out of your brain. You're going to feel better once that's done. Chad, you spent the entire day in bed
Yeah, I did.
and yelled at the people who came in. Rhys, you found the big swimming pool with the 3-story tall opening that you can look up to the sky, and bugged people to watch you hold your breath for so long because you can hold it for 15 minutes that Octavia assigned you a scullery maid to just watch you and pretend to be amazed every time and time you. So that's how you spent your entire day. And Paelias, you were acquitted. The case was thrown out. You are officially free and clear of the murder charges of your brother. And your father's case is being treated as a separate, completely unrelated to you murder.
Mm-hmm.
So you can head back on to the House of Zara, where you will sign the inheritance paperwork, get your agreed upon stuff from your mother, and then skedaddle. So we can say you can pick up when you get back to the house. I'll say it's mid-afternoon, and Vaan, you can not be asleep. Because I know you were spending 5 hours with Al, because you kept
said that
interrupting his spell casting.
Yeah. Well, there's like legal blah, blah, blah back and forth or whatever.
So, Paelias, you're being shown up to your mother's study to go over the final paperwork and get your initial bit of the money and then arrange for the rest of the funds.
Oh, Mother, do we have to sign the papers now? Prison was so hard.
Yes, well, if you don't sign the papers now, you have to stay under the roof that much longer. The sooner you sign the paperwork, the sooner you can get back to living your life.
I suppose let's do this. Please do tell me that you've already got it drawn up.
Yes, of course it's already drawn up. It's a standard inheritance paperwork. What do you think we are, a plebeian society? It's a standard form. It's 104K IH-BF.
Yes.
Your lawyer follows you into the room. He drops the papers down on the desk and says, yes, if you'll just sign here. And everywhere that I have marked and highlighted for you to either sign the yellow, initial the pink.
I'm just scribbling down initial signatures left and right.
Yes, wonderful. All right. And you finish that up? Do you have any questions or anything? You're just trying to get it over with. Do you read it at all?
Let's just get it over with.
Okay, so you sign that. She adds it to the stack of paperwork that you had already signed previously, that contract that you guys wrote up. And your lawyer assures you he'll file them today and that he'll have copies sent to you in triplicate at the Guild of the Oracle for your record. And then he asks if you would need any assistance setting up a bank account for the rest of the money to be deposited into from your side agreement with your mother.
What was the name of the card that we had before?
A coin card?
Oh, yes, there we go. Oh, yes, please, sir. If you could help me set an account on a Jiffy and get, let's see, 5 coin cards, please. Link to that account if you could.
Yes, do you have any preference in bank at all, or just the family bank?
Let's go with the family bank. I trust Mother's picked one with a sensible interest.
Wonderful, wonderful, yes. We will deposit the rest of the money. Would you like the 500 in there, or would you like it with you today? So if you remember, you had agreed 2,000 platinum, and that she could scrounge together 500 before you left and would have to deposit the rest of it as she, moved some stuff around on the books. But that all 2,000 would be given to you. Just 500 today if you wanted it.
I will go ahead and take that 500 in cash and then just deposit the rest, please.
Okay. Very, very good, sir. We'll take care of that, and I'll send the information by courier to the Guild of the Oracle, I'm assuming, unless there's another location you'd prefer us to use.
No, that's perfect. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, I will leave the matters of the 500 to your mother then, and I will go get this paperwork filed so that everything will be tied up, and you will no longer be tied up with all of this legal annoyance. And your mother laughs. So he leaves, and your mother says, all right then, follow me. We'll go to the safe that I've put the money in for you. Then you can be on your way with your friends today, if you would like to go today. Yes. Does that work?
Oh, that sounds fantastic, Mum. Yes, thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And she leads you down the portrait gallery to a portrait. Would you have spent any time staring at portraits growing up of your above-average looking family?
Yes. In admiration and pride.
Figured I'd put that out there. Okay, so she leads you to what is generally recognized as the member who pretty much began the prominence of the family, who took your family from being a normal family into power and wealth.
Oh, yes, Big Daddy Zara.
Well, it's a woman.
Oh, Big Mama Zara, yes.
Yes. The member credited with leading the House of Zara into the dawn of the power that runs down the family tree through your father to you. Now that you look at it, you see what you remember from looking at her. In the past, her hair, cropped into a short bob, almost seems to move in the stillness of the painting with an etherealness, a weightlessness. Her locks, they're black with a purple tint. They glow around her pale face, in which cool gray eyes sit. Now, looking at it, you notice a detail that wasn't important to you ever until recently. Across her brow is a delicate pattern tattooed as a circlet, merging into her hair past her temples in a silvery white pattern that you've either just never paid attention to or assumed it was part of the costume of the day back then. But it strikes a recent memory in you in the way that the pattern is scrawled across her temples. Your mother removes the portrait as you're looking at it to reveal a safe behind it, which she opens and begins to remove your 500 platinum.
I'm still admiring the portrait on the ground, feeling a stronger love for this painting than I have for the rest of my family.
She finishes doling out your 500 into a... Yes, she doles them out into a couple sacks and hands them over to you. And says it should all be accounted for, of course, but if you would like to count it, I fully understand.
I give her kind of a sly, sided look, and I begin counting the money.
Okay. Counting.
Yes.
You know what? Roll a concentration saving throw.
Oh, let's see if we can fuck this up. Okay. Oh, wait, a what saving throw?
A concentration.
Wait, where's concentration?
Oh, there is no roll.
Constitution is the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Like when you roll a
Constitution's physical.
But like a concentration check on magic is a con saving throw.
True. Do a con saving throw. Yeah. They just sounded so much alike. I was like, yeah, that's a real thing.
15?
Yeah, so 15, you have to restart like once because like one of the stacks falls over and it like you piled them up too close to each other. So like the stack you'd already counted kind of slid into the stack you hadn't counted. So you had to restart once, but you eventually get it counted after about like 20 minutes. It's all there. Your mother stands watch as you do it.
Nice.
Yes, well, if it's all there and accounted for, we'll have the rest deposited into your personal account that the lawyer is setting up, and then we will be square, I believe. If you would like, we can take you directly to the telepoint, and, well, we can just go our separate ways.
In a rare moment, I go and I give my mum a hug.
She doesn't really relax into the hug, but she pats you on the back and she goes, I do care about you, Paelias, on a personal level, not just because of what you've given me, but I do care.
You're okay too, Mum. Can I get that cab?
Yes. Yes, yes, of course.
Please tell me you like swiped her wallet or something.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, can we like rewind and I do a little slip?
You can do a sleight of hand.
Oh, yes, please. This is the most critical roll I've had this entire campaign.
Use your inspiration.
Yeah, you have inspiration.
Oh, yeah. I
Ooh,
should
yeah.
mention that the boys all got inspiration token pieces, and we just decided that, yes, that does mean they all just default start with an inspiration.
As a Christmas present.
As a Christmas present.
I mean, technically, we got 3 of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Triple inspiration.
And also because the DM is crap at actually giving inspiration, so you guys all probably have earned 3 inspiration by this point. So you're going to do a sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm. Feeling very inspired for this. That hug warmed me up.
And she's going to do perception, which she's proficient at.
So does it just give Jordan an advantage?
Yeah, but you can roll once and then decide to use your inspiration without knowing the outcome.
Whew, thank God. Bless you for that advantage. 21?
Yeah, you get into her pocket and you remove what is inside without her knowing. She got an 18 too.
Just deep with pride, I deepen that hug. Feeling loving it. Feeling love.
I hope it's just like a hard candy.
Yeah, the Werther's original butterscotch thing. What's gonna be funny is after this hug, just go, oh, Paelias, before you go, I want you to have this hard candy I found in the store. It's very good. Wait, I could have swore. Is it not in these robes?
It would be even funnier if Paelias hops on the telepoint, goes to pay for it, and can't find his wallet.
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened. All right, so yeah, you get what's in her pocket. I'm assuming you don't pull it out and look at it in front of her.
Oh, no.
Okay. Then yeah, she goes and sends people to round up your friends, get you guys packed up, and on your way. And you've got 3 very heavy bags of coins.
All right.
Plus what you already have on you.
Oh, yes.
Paelias, you're looking a little, loaded down. I have I have 2, actually. Wonderful little bags of holding if you'd like to just drop that in there.
And Paelias, remember, you put all of your weapons and previous money and personal belongings into that bag before you went into custody.
Oh, yes. I mean, I would love to have one of those bags in exchange. Vaan, Rhys, Chad, can you all meet me up close, please? I'd like each of you to have one of these. And I kind of plop each one of those bags right at their feet.
So you each get a third of 500 platinum. Who's getting shortchanged?
It'd probably be Rhys.
He's not going to count it. What a big change from previous Paelias not telling us about any of the money.
Still,
Well, that's why he's going to give us this, because he's got a crap ton of other money.
Also, he's getting 1,500 more.
Yep, there you go, guys. It was my entire inheritance. Here you go.
So wait, hold on. Are we splitting 500, or are we 4 ways or 3 ways? Like, do you get a share too, Paelias?
Nope, yep, 3 bags, each for the 3 of you.
Ew.
I've got my coin card. I'm good.
Okay.
Yep, and that coin card will arrive by courier at the Guild of the Oracle for you.
Wonderful. Yep, excellent.
So that's, what, 166? Am I mathing?
Yeah, but one of us is getting 167, right?
2 of us get 167 and 1 gets 166.
Roll off. Everyone roll.
I wrote 166 down already, so
Okay, so
I'll take that.
Rhys took 1 less. Cool.
Burning my inspiration on this? No.
Yes.
No, you must use wild magic.
Yeah, I've got inspiration and wild magic. I will win.
Oh my
What
god,
did I
that's like
see?
a lot of silver. Thanks, Paelias.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, are we adding anything, or is this just a straight roll?
No, we're not rolling.
Oh.
No, Alex has agreed to take 1 less platinum than the rest of you.
1 less silver than the rest of you. I said that out loud. You could correct me, you jerks.
I take care of Paelias, or not Paelias, Rhys. So
The reason I have no problem with giving you guys just hundreds of platinum is because you guys are not great at spending it. So far, you've stolen more than you've shopped.
Yeah.
You have stolen-
Yeah, you stole that kilt.
Yeah, and I think you have given away more money than you have spent.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds about right.
We're going to have some really rich orphanages soon.
Mother, what exactly did I snatch?
So, Paelias, what you grab from your mother's pocket?
Oh, yeah.
You find some loose change.
Would you do that while we're still in the house?
Do you want to look at it when you're in the house, Paelias?
Kinda. Feels more like a trophy if I do it there.
Okay. So you find some loose change. You find 3 platinum, 7 gold. That's it. You don't find anything smaller than gold. Your mother, much like Alex, if she gets a copper or silver piece, it's just like, whatever, and just drops it where it is.
Yeah, it's trash.
Paelias' mom thinks the same thing. You find her handkerchief, just a normal looking handkerchief. Roll history, Paelias.
Oh, girl. Okay, yeah, 19.
19. The material of the handkerchief looks a little familiar. You think back and think about your childhood, and it kind of resembles the material that you and your brother had as baby blankets.
Oh.
It looks worn. It looks older cloth, but it's been cut and altered and embroidered into just a stack of handkerchiefs she probably has.
Mama has some sentimentality.
But you and your brother both had the same blankets, so who knows which one of you this blanket was.
All kinds of mixed feelings I'm burying inside.
Yeah, and then you find a lip tint.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to use the lip tint.
It's like a purpley pink lip tint.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
But a paler one, not a heavy color, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Mom's got taste. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That is what you find. All right. So, you are, led back together. You can all meet up in the entryway of the house where you'll wait for transportation to the telepoint. If you would like to talk to each other for the first time in like 2 days.
What now? Where exactly are we headed?
I don't know about you guys, but I feel so refreshed.
Yeah, I know. So when are we coming back here?
Looks like the best nap I've had in forever.
So, like, what were we doing before?
If you remember the things you could have done, Du Bois said he was looking into your mother, Rhys, and that he'd let you know if he found anything. And he would leave word at the guild for you if you had. Also, Dell had said he was getting parts of a vision, but it wasn't clear enough to do anything with. But that hopefully in the next couple days, something actionable would solidify.
And Adam was having weird visions, right?
Oh, yeah, and Adam had that vision of Tad killing a child.
And there was the ever-present, should we go see my child thing.
Yeah, should you go see your
not
child?
a big deal.
You can always go make sure that Vero kept his promise to send a healer back to the
Pass.
the where community. That's such a hard pass. And yeah, Paelias, nobody else knows the information you saw with your ancestor. Also, you guys picked up your father's scythe, and then a couple just miscellaneous weapons.
Scimitar, I believe, was the word you were going for.
Scimitar, sorry.
Scimitar and a great sword.
You picked up. It was the father's scimitar. It was just a guard's greatsword.
Oh, I got a greatsword. Right, I do have that written down. And a light hammer.
Yeah, I was going to say, you also picked up the hammer.
Yeah, and a light hammer. And a heavy crossbow. And some daggers.
Can Rhys make his maul magic? Is that like a thing I can do?
One thing you can do, so Owl's mentioned the +1 wrap. It's not a unique item. You can buy those in +1, very rare, +2, very almost impossible to find +3 versions.
Okay.
That in the essence of making them a plus weapon also makes them magical.
Cool.
So yeah, and that wrap works on any hilt or grip on a weapon.
I want that.
That's my homebrew version of not giving you a +1 weapon that you're like, I like mauls better though. But yeah, so waiting for transportation. Eventually, 2 rickshaws pull up for you guys to get in.
Rickshaws?
Yes.
It's that personal touch.
There are no cars in the city and carriages. Horses are a little bit too unreliable on the paths that weave through the river that these old houses are built into. Because when you look outside, remember those paths are just like black rock paths that just cut through the actual body of the river. Putting horses on that, they've had enough carriages go off the side, and then it's just wildly inconvenient to get them back up, if they can even salvage anything, that they've just gone to humanoid-powered rickshaws.
Is it the same black rock as the telepoints and everything? And I just forgot.
Yeah.
Huh.
These paths are made of the same black rock.
I will, again, make a note of ignoring that.
It's okay.
No, I mean, Rhys isn't going to note. He would. I don't even care at this point.
I feel like we need another stat just called common sense.
Yeah.
That Rhys has like an 18 in.
Even if he has like a 4 in it, he'd notice by now. Should we go to the telepoint? I don't know how you get. We all fit in a rickshaw? Who fucking cares?
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, she said 2 rolled up.
Well, I guess, okay, 3 rolled up because I keep forgetting Owl is with you.
Yeah, that's it. We'll just split the inheritance with Al as well. That way it's even.
He doesn't care. He's also rich. It's late afternoon. 3 rickshaws pull up. Owl gets in one.
Rhys will get in one.
The rest of you pile into the rickshaws and are taken to the telepoint.
We all pile into the same rickshaw that Al is in.
Yeah.
The one empty rickshaw just carries your baggage.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't be in the one with Al. Ugh.
Okay.
Why not?
He's useless.
Chad is in one by himself.
No, I really want to be in one with Paelias, but I don't have to.
Do we have to keep going with that? I mean, he's not really.
Like, we could just push him in the river and then, ow!
Yeah.
You guys just decide to be a party of 3 PCs and Al. Al, that I forget is there until I'm like, oh, that's right, he could just heal you back up.
I'm going to have to, like, write a nice little jingle that's like, our best friend, Al.
I feel like the jingle and our best friend Al would just have him just like standing there, like blank face, just like, is this over yet? Can I go home? Yep. So you guys take the rickshaws over to the telepoint. They drop you off. Al pays for himself to go back to his home, and for you guys to go back to the go to the Oracle at Armorsmith Landing, and just gives you a real awkward wave before he pieces out Paelias.
Bye.
Just like a real awkward, like, I have no idea where we're at, but I don't want to like put in the effort of asking. It's not the time or place to have a conversation, and just like pieces out.
Just
like,
go, I'll text
point
you.
to the sexting stone,
Yeah.
make a little, little phone thing, like wink, yeah.
He shrugs and just disappears on the telepoint.
You know how to get a hold of me if you need me.
Yeah.
Wink.
You need them peaches.
All right. The rest of you get on the telepoint.
Wait, are we really heading back to the guild?
We didn't. Yeah, I guess we should.
I mean,
but
unless you guys want to go someplace
let's talk
else.
about it for a second if we want to.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
He's
I feel
paid
it-
for you to travel.
Chadwick would definitely say we need to go to Mercer.
Like, why?
You literally, of all people, would also agree that I would need to go.
It's Rhys,
No,
though.
like, why?
Right, to see my child?
Oh my god, to see the baby?
I mean, he's not a baby.
Let's go. Oh shit, Mercer? Like, Vaan, do we want to go there?
You have been there already.
Yeah.
Have we?
I pull out 2 fake
Yeah.
mustaches. I stick one on myself and one on the Lizardfolk's face. I think we're
Oh,
good.
good. Thank you.
I mean,
All
I have
right.
no problem going.
Yeah, I'm
there.
in.
You
Also,
wanna
look, you guys see these rocks? Like, why are these rocks everywhere?
It's just a normal part of life.
I don't know, they're just here. Yeah,
Just a normal part of life.
this is
Rhys.
normal.
Who are you?
It's your conscience.
I'm. Wait, what's the god of. What's Katet? Who keeps talking? Who likes you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Okrana also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okrana is the one who likes you.
So, like, these black rocks, am I crazy, or, like, do we only see them in weird places?
Well, definitely that, but it's fine. It's no big deal. It definitely doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
I mean,
Six
I mean, if it,
episodes later, the foreshadowing, a giant onyx monster.
I mean, if it meant anything, don't you think somebody would have figured it out by now?
I think they, like, did.
You've
but-
also literally never asked anyone.
Are they, like, magic? Can I pick one up?
I assume they harness magic.
I mean, they're kind of like pushed down as like cobblestone around here, but you can
Is it
try to
just the
pick them up.
telepoint is made of them, or?
The telepoint's made of them. The streets here are made of them. You saw
I
it
guess-
in the veins in the rock in Herb. You saw it all over in Hyder. You saw it on the streets in McKinsey.
And wasn't the cab's, like, interface made out of it or
Yeah,
something?
the cab's interface
Oh, yeah.
was made out of it. Yeah.
And some other stuff, like a coin card machine, maybe, or some shit. I don't...
I think
don't
those
remember
were just
exactly.
black.
Okay.
Yes, I just keep because it was a black card. So you guys want to go to Mercer to see your kid?
No, because you're going to be really mean. I already know this, but yes, Chadwick would go.
I'm sure Sarah's sitting there like, great, planned that one out 9 months ago.
Yeah, no, well, I know she's already said that he's very annoying.
I mean, your kid grew up without you. Were you expecting your child to resemble you?
That would be... So the kid isn't annoying, is what you're saying.
Okay, so you hop on the telepoint and you tell them that you're going to Mercer. All right.
Hello, everyone. This is Jason. I just want to take a quick break from the podcast to say thanks for listening. If you have any questions for the cast or about anything in general, you can find us on Twitter at RuleOfCoolCast or send an email to theruleofcoolpodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to be featured on this podcast, you can also contact us on Twitter or by email. Today, we'd like to give a special thanks to anyone who's ever written the script for a Hallmark movie. This week, The Rule of Cool is sponsored by Time.is. Our intro, outro, and interstitial music is the song Orchids by You Bred Raptors. You can find their music wherever fine music is sold, or at their website, youbredraptors.com. And with that, we'll get back to the podcast.
As you're standing on the telepoint, you feel the familiar tug at the.
Oh, I forgot
you know,
to cast sleep.
Cast sleep. You feel the tug at your vital organs, and you feel a throbbing of pain inside, like you finally figured out what the appendix is for, and it's for telepointing, but maybe you've telepointed too much and it's about to explode. You're pulled into that little speck of light in front of you, and you're thrown back out onto the telepoint, and Mercer, feeling level 7.
Sweet.
Before you go to your kid, did anybody get anything cool for level 7 that we should address before we...
10 health points and level 4 spells. Yeah.
Yeah, 4th level spells here.
I have evasion now.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Evasion's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I'm trying to look.
Danger
I
sense?
feel like
No, that's advantage on dex
Oh, yeah.
saving throws. Level 7 is Feral Instinct, which is I get advantage on initiative.
Cool.
oh,
Cool. All right. So you guys are back in Mercer. Do you procure a cab to take you to your house, Chadwick?
of course.
All right. You guys pile on in, and you arrive at the familiar face of your house.
Oh god, this place again?
Your wonderful butler, Heinz Deckel, answers the door again.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm here to see my child.
Your child? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one my family kept me from for all these years. It's cool.
Yes, of course. He's up in the schoolroom at the moment with his mother, learning, doing his homework.
Oh, cool. Oh God, what's her name? What was her name?
That is a good question. Let me pull that up.
Your lost love.
Which is why I need to know her name.
Wandarius.
Is that real?
Yes, Wandarius. Lady Darmikos is her title. Her nickname is Wanda. Brother Udagold, your former best friend. Heir to the barony Daverney. Your child, Liam Orange Ulrich Darrow.
Okay.
Do you stop in and say hi to your parents, or you just go straight up to the...
No, I just go straight up there.
Okay. You go up, and as you were told by Deckel, you see slightly older-looking Wandarius. Would you like to describe the woman that you had relations with, Chadwick?
No, I would love for you to describe her.
Okay. She's got...
Because, hold on, if the internet has taught me anything, a man should never describe a woman. Because men should not write women. Only women should write women.
She's got rust-colored hair in a loose braid circling her head. She has pale skin, is rarely outside, where her brother had some ruddiness to her complexion. She does not. Obviously has taken good care of her health since you've last seen her. Has not given into any of the vices her brother has. She is moderate height at about 5'6", and just carries herself, of course, with the regal poise of a lady of station, but is in fairly simple clothing as she is up here with your son, and probably needs mobility over fashion. A nice kind of sage green dress that she has on. So next to Wanda sits a little boy. He looks like a fairly normal child. He's got, what color's your hair again, Chad?
I'm pretty sure it's brown. I'm pretty sure he looks,
Okay.
remarkably like me.
Yeah,
Yes, brown.
He's got brown hair with the faintest golden red touches to it. He's maybe short for your age, but it's not like you've been around a lot of children to really know that information. Doesn't have a lot of muscle tone, and is very studiously looking at the book, although he looks up, as does Wanda, when you enter the room. Wanda starts and goes to stand in front of your son, and then thinks about it again, and stops herself from doing it, and kind of is torn about what to do, and then walks up to you and kind of whispers in your ear, and she goes, "What are you doing here?"
I just wanted to say hi. I was in town.
You want to meet your son?
Well, yeah, now that I'm allowed.
Oh, that's Chadwick. That's wonderful, Chadwick. I'm so excited. Liam, darling, come over here. There's someone very special I want you to meet. Liam stands up, straightens his shirt, walks over with more poise than you think a child of this age should have, and he goes, "It's all right, Mother. I already know who this is, or at least have an assumption. It's not like there aren't pictures of him around the house, and of course, Grandmama has shown me. I'm assuming that you are my father, yes?"
That's what they tell me.
And he reaches out a hand to shake your hand.
I'll put my hand out.
He goes, "Well, Papa, it is ever so wonderful to meet you. Mama says that you are the brightest man she's ever met. I must get that from you. The knowledge brethren who tutor me on the daily tell me that I'm quite advanced for my age. They've offered to send me to study under the most talented minds, did you know? And they even said in a few years I could study the arcane arts and one of the academies. Isn't that just the most brilliant news, Papa? Are you proud of me?"
I'm going to lean over to Rhys and go, "Oh, what a nerd."
Now that he's gotten over the formalities of this is his father, he wants to be accepted by you in the only way he knows how, which is to brag about his academic accomplishments and ask for praise.
Yeah. Like the academic arts, like wizards?
Yes, if I end up having a magical proficiency, of course. If not, there's still plenty I can study and research. Well, there's libraries that they told me one day I could be in charge of a library, Papa.
I assume he has buttons on his shirt or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably just reach down and touch a button and be like, "I'm sure you'll have magical proficiency," and I'll use my light cantrip to make one of the buttons light up.
He looks at it, joy spreads across his face, and he's like, "It is true, Mama, you were right. He is quite the bright man." What a witty pun that was, Mama. As I do so hope I take after you in that aspect, Papa.
Yeah, I'm really smart. What are you over there studying?
Well, it's more supplemental learning because I am a little bit ahead of my class in certain things, but I have finished up my language studies for the evening, and I've moved on to trigonometry.
Oh, trig.
Oh, do you know trigonometry, Papa? And he takes your hand
know.
and he drags you over to the table, excited to show you his homework.
Yeah, I know of trigonometry. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Look, I've learned so much. And he sits down with you and he starts to show you solving a math puzzle. He's like, "They've given me some puzzles to solve, some mathematical puzzles to solve. It's riveting stuff, Papa." He's showing you the math puzzles he's working on, desperately looking for your approval, not necessarily having the emotional intelligence to connect with you in another way.
Yeah. These are advanced. Wow. This one right here looks real hard.
Yes,
Hold on. Why are there letters? This is math. These are just supposed to be numbers.
that is a good joke. Papa, you keep some very amusing friends. Very amusing friends.
That one's the most amusing of all.
Chadwick, is this like the baby?
As I've told you many times, he's not a baby.
Yeah, I know. He's like 10 years old. Why didn't you tell me?
I tried. Many times I told you.
Rhys,
Give
he
him a
walks
hug.
up to you and he holds out his hand and introduces himself in Draconic.
Rhys, like, scoops him up in a big hug and holds him super tight. Doesn't care.
Amusing indeed to see the different greeting customs of different cultures, Papa. You must have learned so much traveling with these interesting companions.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then
Definitely learned
Rhys
a lot.
gives him to Chadwick to hug, like pushes him into his chest.
Oh yeah, no, I'll take him. I'll hug him, I guess.
He hesitates.
It'll be a very awkward hug.
He hesitates and then hugs you back and then pulls back and looks at his mother, and she's just standing in the corner, you know, a little worried but smiling. And he goes, "Yes. And who are your friends, Papa? Are they also scholars of the magical arts?"
Hi, I'm Vaan, and I'm going to hold up a card, and it's going to be the 4 of Koros.
He says, "Ow! A card trick. Do demonstrate, good sir."
Okay, so I'm going to hold up the 4 of Koros, and then I'm going to put it down on top of the deck. And I'm going to say, touch the top.
He touches the top.
And then I'm going to lift the top card, and it's the 9 of Koros. See?
So when you do this card trick, is it a magic trick, or is it a magic deck, or is there a...
It's prestidigitation. Like, I'm doing it because it's right there, it's touch and whatnot.
Okay, do a deception check against this unnecessarily intelligent child.
So I got to roll a deception check against this kid.
Yeah. Or sleight of hand, whichever's better for you.
Tides of chaos.
You said deception or sleight of hand?
Whichever's better.
I'm going to do deception.
Okay.
Because that is actually better.
Wait, you don't have subtle spell or anything, do you?
Yeah, I do have subtle spell.
Okay, then roll with advantage.
Okay. That is a natural 20.
Even with him rolling very well, you have managed to get this, with your subtle arcane arts, have managed to get this past the boy who, you know, is very dependent upon what his eyes and his brain can process, as he hasn't really explored the arcane arts, hasn't really learned how to think magically. And he looks at you and he goes, "Papa, your friend is quite impressive. Sir, may I employ... Mama, can we employ him to teach me card tricks? Surely this is magnificent magic."
No, there are far better people to be teachers than Vaan. Trust me.
I don't know, Papa. Very few people have ever managed to get one past me, and yet this man has managed to have me completely bamboozled.
Oh, I'm gonna say, oh, it's because you're not paying attention. I'm gonna reach behind his ear and pull out a coin and hand it to him.
Astounding. Good sir. You simply must let me hire you away from your current place of employment. What are you making currently on the daily? 10 gold pieces?
Absolutely nothing.
You just got a shit ton of money.
I'll double whatever your current salary is. And his
Liam.
mother's... Yes, Papa.
You trust me. You don't want him. You can take. I mean, you would want Paelias before you would want him. Trust me, Paelias is way more useful.
He turns to the man you indicate as Paelias, and in Elvish he holds out his hand and introduces himself to you, Paelias, as Liam Orange Ulrich Darrow, son of the Most High Cleric of Light.
Liam, it is splendid to meet you. My name is Paelias Manzara, and I would love to be a teacher just for the small price of 200 platinum. That is my fee. I am more than happy to teach you away.
Yes, and what can you teach me, though, sir? As I do have a decorum instructor already and a personal stylist.
I can teach you how to make someone disappear forever, kid.
I want to steal the coin that Vaan just gave him.
What's your sleight of hand?
18?
He got a 22.
Oof.
So he sees you reach for the coin and he goes, good sir. I must insist that you best me if you're going to demand such an exorbitant fee from me. Unfortunately, I still believe this magnificent magician over here is my choice, Mama. And his mother's just standing there, humoring him, knowing that they're not actually going to hire any of you.
Yeah, good.
Stay in school, kid, and don't forget to eat your vegetables.
So, but Liam, I know these two are the magic users, but this one's maybe the coolest. And this is Rhys.
Rhys is looking around.
He goes, yes. And he had already introduced himself to Rhys and gotten a hug and spoken to him in Draconic.
You would be impressed at the amount that he could possibly eat. You'd think he would get full, but he doesn't.
That's a good point. Look, when's dinner?
How is your stomach like one of those magical bags of holding, sir?
Oh my god, is my stomach magic?
It could be.
Yes, it is.
You should probably get that looked at. It may not be good for your health long term, sir.
He doesn't have a shirt. He just turns to Vaan and points at his stomach and says oh, can you look at it?
I just blink and stare at his stomach.
Thank you.
But no, this is fantastic news. Papa, are you home for good? Are you home for good and you're going to take care of me now and love me, Papa?
Yes, he is forever and ever.
Well, that's wonderful. Mama, did you hear? Papa is here to take care of me and love me. And maybe he can marry you. And Mama, if he marries you, then everyone will start talking to you again and we can go out in shops again and people will stop looking at us like we're lesser than...
So, hey, Liam... Before we jump
Papa.
the gun or anything.
And he gives you a big hug.
Oh my god, double wedding.
If we do it right, all four of us can get married. So Liam, before we jump this gun, just a little bit. Yes, I'm going to take care of you, but I think in order to do that, I need to not be here.
Shudders go down across his face immediately. His posture goes a little bit stiffer. And he goes, oh, no, it's all right, Father. It's all right. I've got Mama. She'll take care of me, and Grandmama, and Grandpapa, and other Grandmama, and other Grandpapa, and Uncle Ulrich. They all have done such a good job taking care of me. And the Knowledge Brethren, they're ever so good to me, Papa. It's all right. You're an important man who has things he has to do.
Wait, the Knowledge Bros?
The Knowledge
Brethren. I
Brethren.
kind of glossed over that.
The Knowledge Brethren, yes,
it.
the gentle people who are teaching me on the daily.
They're a little much.
No, I find them quite adequate, Papa. I don't need... I am fine. You do what you must do. I have people looking out for me and taking care of me and making sure that...
Well, yeah, I'm one of them.
Yes, that's wonderful, Papa. And yes, everything will be fine. You do what you must, Papa.
But I can come back and see you and spend time with you. I don't have to go right now.
Of course you can. Of course you can come back at all times. Grandmama said that this is always your house. And
it's nice that she says that now.
Yes.
Hasn't been for the last 8 years. It's no big deal though.
Grandmama has recently been feeling much better. And ever since Mama and I returned from our trip, she's been feeling better. And
oh yeah, speaking of that, where'd you guys go?
Oh, they just took us to this nice building where it had quite nice beds and amenities, and
But where was this building?
Oh, I'm not quite sure, Papa, because they unfortunately blindfolded me, and
That doesn't sound like you.
Put me to
You don't
sleep.
know? Those aren't words you say that often.
And they put me to sleep. And then
Oh.
they telepointed us like 3 or 4 times in a row, and it was very dizzying. And then we were in this nice room. And then they came and told us that you had agreed to the terms and that we could go back home. And they gave me books to read while I was waiting, and they were ever so interesting books, Papa. And then, yes, and then they did the same thing. They blindfolded us, and they put us to sleep, and they telepointed us multiple times. And I woke up in my bed here, Papa. They had a Sylvan dictionary and an undercommon thesaurus that I was able to memorize in my time when I was there, though. So it was not a wasted adventure, Papa.
Well, I guess that's something. Who were the people that you were with?
Yes, well, there was a nice gentleman, short, wore a lot of armor, likely a dwarf, but did wear his helmet to obscure my vision. And I would hate to jump to hasty assumptions, you know, Papa.
No, we can't do that.
The enemy of science is assumptions. He and another short person, also wearing a mask, so it was again a bit difficult, and you know what I just said about assumptions, Papa, but possibly a gnome, all evidence indicating. And then I heard other voices, but those were the two I remember seeing distinctly. Was a short one in heavy armor and another one with colorful clothing and a mask.
And they treated you all right, though, the whole time?
Oh, they treated me famously, Papa. I asked them for a specific book, and they were even able to procure it, so I didn't fall behind on my studies at all. You'll be happy to know. I was able to keep up on all of my studies and go back to school without missing a beat.
Well, I'm glad you had fun on your trip.
Yes. It was a bit intimidating, Papa. As you may have guessed by now, I am not a fan of not knowing what's going on or things in general. But all things considered, it could have gone much worse. I believe I handled myself appropriately. And, well, everyone is safe and sound thanks to you. So, as you said, you have taken care of me from afar, as you promised, and will do so again in the future.
Well, you do know I wasn't allowed to see you for all of this time.
Yes. It was explained to me clearly that it was not your fault in the slightest, and I do believe that Mama, Grandmama, and Grandpapa were very unfair to you.
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
Very, very unfair. But they have given Mama and I a home, and they let us stay here no matter what other people say about us. And they give Mama an allowance so that she can buy pretty things for herself. Even though she doesn't often buy pretty things for herself anymore. She tends to buy me more things, and Grandmama and Grandpapa always keep telling her, we'll buy more things for Liam. If you want, just tell us what else to get him. We would love to spoil him. And use that for yourself, and then she'll buy something pretty for herself to make them happy. And, but she doesn't go out to buy pretty things for herself very often, because other people aren't so nice to her. So it has been very nice of Grandmama and Grandpapa to take her in for protection. Yes. So I'm upset with them for their treatment of you, but I do thank them for their mercy on Mama and I.
Rhys just put something together and he like pushes Paelias a little bit and points at what's her name? Wanda?
Wandarius.
Yeah, Wanda is her
Wandarius and
nickname.
then Chadwick and then like back and forth and then like sex motion. And he's like
Yes. I start nodding and I'm doing like the hip grind, little wave action.
I'm like, oh my god, good job. Good job, Chad.
Yeah, she is pretty. She is very attractive, but she's not really dressing up these days because she's pretty
homely.
much stuck in the house.
Homely.
She's
Like
pretty much
she's let
yeah,
herself.
no, she's not let herself go. She's just not put on a makeup. She's not done her hair in an intricate style.
Yeah.
She's not
No, I
wearing
She's a mom.
clothing. Yes. She's always been pretty. She's leaning into her natural beauty, mostly because she's not really going out anymore because she's been shunned by society for having this
So-
child out of wedlock.
Right now in my mind, she's wearing mom jeans and little loud. Liam is wearing like a boy suit. Like one of those suits.
Liam is definitely wearing a boy suit. No, she's wearing a simple sage-colored dress.
Mom jeans. That's all I heard.
No, because she hasn't forfeited her sexuality because she had a child.
Okay.
She just isn't dressing for others.
I can't get little Sheldon out of my head when thinking about Liam.
That's exactly what I was imagining. Although I've never seen the show, only the commercials.
Yeah, just the commercials.
Yeah.
Same.
So, Liam, having told you that, Chadwick looks at you and goes, well, Papa, if that is everything, might I return to my homework? I do have a few more subjects to get through before tomorrow. I do wish to be able to take the graduate exam for the standard school by the end of the year, so that I may begin to branch into specialties.
Well, yeah, of course. If you want to go back to the books, that's fine.
Yes.
Can I have a hug?
Yes, of course. That sounds very agreeable, Papa. And it gives you a hug much more like the first tentative hug.
Okay.
Now that he knows you're not staying.
Well, and I'll tell him while I'm hugging him, like, it's not all about the books, buddy.
Yes, well, books have been a stable constant in my life, Papa.
Well, that's not my fault.
Tell your kid
Papa,
that.
I did not mean that as a slight to you in the least. I meant that, I know my shortcomings, Papa, and, it is very difficult to face one's shortcomings, I have found. So, I do find my coping mechanism is to turn towards what I am good at, and, well, I am exceptionally good at books, Papa.
Which I understand that.
Thank you, Papa. It was a pleasure meeting you. And he holds out his hand for another handshake.
Bye, buddy. And I'll just, like, pat him on the head and ruffle his hair a bit.
He tries to hide a small little smile and manages to, but you catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he holds out his hand to the rest of you to say goodbye to you.
Rhys gives him a big hug again and just ignores the hand and doesn't care.
As I'm leaving, I'll motion to Wandarius and have her, like,
Yep.
I want her to come out in the hall with me.
Yep, she is already walking out to the hall, having had the same thought.
Okay.
Rhys nudges Paelias again. Like, they're gonna do it.
Can I lead her to just, like, one of the, like, private rooms to, like, so that way we can have, like, a little, just more private discussion away from these buffoons?
There's a room you guys can go into. Yep.
Okay. So I'll get in there and be like, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm, one thing about our child, Chadwick, not very good at lying. He's not inaccurate when he says things have changed for me. But as you can see, he's a wonderful child, and your parents are taking good care of me, and my brother has been very supportive. So all things considering, I'm doing well, Chadwick. It was very good of you to come back and visit now that you can. It was not kind of your parents. But
Yeah.
yes.
They hurt both of us a lot.
Well, Chadwick, I've known you for a while. We don't have to mince words. Your father's not a good man.
No.
But he does love your child. And at least
Thank God for that.
At least he has rectified the situation now. So I know you have never had any love lost with him, but he could be doing worse by us.
No, I know. So you should definitely take them up on that offer to like buy him more things, and you should spend more on yourself.
Yes, well,
you know that, right?
Yes, and I mean I do try to spend. They buy him everything that he could want. It's just they give me honestly more money than I had as an allowance growing up.
Then just save it.
And
you don't need to spend it.
That's what I've been doing. Do you not think
Well, I know.
I have a savings account open for our son, Chadwick, because your father can be difficult, and I want to make sure that we're taken care of in case something happens, in case he changes his mind. Do you think I'm daft?
No, I wasn't trying to say that.
Where do you think his brains actually came from, Chadwick?
Right, I'm aware. I'm quiet. It's quite obvious.
Of course I've been saving it. Goodness, what do you think I'm going to do? Go buy another necklace that I'm not going to wear out because I don't go out? No, I'm going to save it for our son.
Well, you could buy yourself something every once in a while.
I have plenty of things. They sit in my closet. You think I want to put on pretty clothing and go out and hear people whisper behind their hands that, oh, look, she's wearing a new dress. I wonder what she did for it. No.
You don't have to stay here.
Because they take very good care of our son, Chadwick, and some of us have to sacrifice. I know, sure. I understand that you've also sacrificed for our son. I did not mean that. That was bad of me. But I also have sacrificed for our son. They take exceptional care of him. They have put him in the best schools. They have made sure he receives the best education. It is for his future that I stay here.
Right, well.
And I have not asked anything of you when I do have the right to demand things of you.
Of course.
In good society.
What do you want from me?
Well, if you married me, things would go so much easier.
I haven't been around.
You kind of decided not to do that.
Because I went into I'm a cleric. What the hell? What do you mean?
Do you plan on marrying someone else?
I don't know what I plan.
Because if you don't plan on marrying someone else, I will not ask it of you. It's fine. It's fine. I know of your calling. I know of your purpose. I know a God talks to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not my place to take your path from you. Just trust that I am doing things for our son.
Well, let me just try to fix the world, and then maybe we can figure out what we are.
Yes, because that is a good reminder, Chadwick. That is a good reminder how petty and shallow of me to think about my worries and concerns while you are fixing the world. Yes, forgive me. And the progress you've made, you've gotten back in touch with your tutor, I assume?
No. I mean, I've seen him, but no.
Oh, then you know how to solve the prophecy on your own?
No.
Or you've sought out people more knowledgeable than you?
Of course not. What do you think?
To help solve it?
Am I smart? Have I ever been smart?
Oh, then yes, no. Sorry, it's hard to reconcile in my mind that you're trying to save the world when No, that's petty of me. Just because I am smart enough to insult you does not mean that I have to. Yes, no, I do think for our son, it is best if you are candid with him about the expectations he should have of you going forward, and about the likely length of time you will actually take to save the world, and what saving the world even means in context.
Well, when I figure any of that out, I will certainly make sure to let him know.
Wonderful. Now that you're allowed to be in contact with them, a letter even, or I'm sure we can get a sending stone set up between the two of you if you wanted that, or, well, no. I don't want to ask too much of you, of course. Whatever you want, Chadwick.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad that this is ending so nicely.
Yes.
And I'll just I'll touch her face in the way that I always used to touch her face.
And she leans into it a little bit subconsciously.
And just that I'll be seeing you, Wandy.
She tries not to melt a little bit, and she goes, "Oh, Chadwick." As you leave, you hear her whisper, "What am I going to do with you?"
As you open the door, Rhys has his ear up to it.
They're pretty heavy doors. You probably didn't catch much of it. You caught some of her raised voice pieces.
I assume he just got to the door, just for comedy's sake.
Okay.
That's good. Okay.
Thank you, Time Is, our official sponsor.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely. Time is going to be the sponsor for this episode. Jason, remember to do that. Time is the sponsor.
We're gonna find out it's like time.is, and that stands for Islamic State, and it's like a terror organization.
Time.isis.
Okay, ready?